In today's video, I'll show you how the entire production process takes place inside the only Rolls-Royce factory in the world. One major reason why Rolls-Royce cars come pricey is because of the unmatched craftsmanship in their making. Basically, each car is hand-built to perfection, with every component going into it. This is the Rolls-Royce factory in Goodwood, West Sussex. This is where the second generation of the luxury Rolls-Royce Ghost is built. Its price starts at $320,000, which is around 303,000 pounds. Each car is hand-built in this Rolls-Royce factory and takes almost 6 months to complete. Last year, Rolls-Royce produced more than 6,000 cars. As you can see, there are a large number of women working in this factory. These employees work meticulously on the wood paneling of the world's future most luxurious cars. The Rolls-Royce factory has only 2,400 employees, which is relatively small compared to the factories of, for example, Toyota or Ford. These employees handle the leather parts of the interior. The leather comes from premium specially bred bulls. This female employee creates a unique Starlight headliner, which is a totally unique feature of Rolls-Royce Wraith cars. According to many, Rolls-Royce is the world's most luxurious car brand. I think I can't help but agree with that. Rolls-Royce only produces 4 models in different modifications and variations: the Phantom, Ghost, Cullinan, and Spectre, which is EFE. Rolls-Royce Ghost has 2 sub-versions. Wraith is a 2-door coupe, and Dawn is a convertible. Employees on the main assembly line are now working on the exterior car bodywork. If you're on a budget and looking for the best in the world, Rolls-Royce cars are the right car for you. Rigorous quality control is carried out several times throughout the production process. The greatest demand for Rolls-Royce cars is in Asia and also in rich Arab countries. The Rolls-Royce brand prides itself on unsurpassed quality and craftsmanship, and this is apparent in every model in the lineup. This is how all the elements on the front dashboard are checked after installation. Rolls-Royce Motor Cars has been part of the BMW Group since 2003. Rolls-Royce Motor Cars Limited was created as a wholly owned subsidiary of BMW in 1998, after BMW licensed the rights to the Rolls-Royce brand name and logo from Rolls-Royce Holdings and acquired the rights to the Spirit of Ecstasy and Rolls-Royce grille shape trademarks from Volkswagen. An important feature of all Rolls-Royce cars is this massive twin-turbocharged V12 engine. Right now, you are watching the workers assembling this massive V12 engine that's unheard of. Please write me in the comments section below the video if you have any questions or comments. The car is marked Middle East. Employees can easily see to which destination the car will be exported. The engine is moved into the car by a small crane. The same procedures are used in the assembly of engines in classic production cars all over the world. The engine is bolted to the chassis by hand with screws, as is the front radiator. Alongside this main assembly line, there is a dedicated department for seamstresses, woodworking, and much more. Pre-assembled car parts are imported to this main assembly line and only assembled here. After connecting the chassis to the body, employees connect the wiring and bolt together to complete the marriage process. Rolls-Royce has a single electric model, the Rolls-Royce Spectre, which is in production from 2023. In the future, the carmaker will also become increasingly electrified. Now, this bald Rolls-Royce employee on the main assembly line will assemble the doors. The Goodwood campus is relatively large. In total, it covers 42 acres, which is 17 hectares. Approximately 20 cars are produced daily. This is how production of the Rolls-Royce Starlight headliner begins. First, the leather is perforated with 800 to 1,600 holes, each carefully counted. Fiber optic lights are set into these holes. The craftsperson then ensures that the height of the fibers is correct on the concealed side and that they're set perfectly on the visible leather surface, ready to shine. The production of the Starlight headliner takes between 9 and 17 hours to complete. In the case of Rolls-Royce cars, many hours are also devoted to sewing. One Rolls-Royce car will use the hides from approximately 16 bulls, raised in cold climates to prevent marks from insect bites. Now a worker will mark the bull hide for defects. These parts must not go into production. Attention to detail and focus are essential requirements for every worker inside this British Goodwood factory. Some parts of the car's body and interior are wrapped in protective materials to prevent accidental damage. The quality control of the shimmering sky on the ceiling of the Rolls-Royce is now underway. Katarzyna is now checking all the elements of the interior. She must proceed gently, and no mistakes must be overlooked. In Rolls-Royce cars, the emphasis is extremely high on the rear seats. This car maker specializes in rear seat comfort. These Rolls-Royce Dawn four-seater convertibles were produced from 2015 to 2023. This is the Spirit of Ecstasy sculpture, equals bonnet mascot of the Rolls-Royce cars. The engine of the new car is checked visually and then tested on a dyno for performance. The employee carefully checks the door controls, lights, turn signals, and much more from the driver's position. Rolls-Royce cars are usually bought by wealthy owners who sit in the back seat and have their own driver. The constellation of each Starlight headliner is completely unique to the owner. Manufacturing processes have been greatly modernized in the last decade. This is one of the reasons why Rolls-Royce is able to produce more cars. At the same time as the upholstery and ceiling of the car's interior is being worked on, the wood paneling is being done. Each piece, carefully handcrafted from woods such as a walnut, maple, and elm, takes several hours of work. The polishing of the wood paneling is manual using sanders and polishers. No car company is as ahead of the game in woodworking as this one. There are more than 45,000 paint colors to choose from on Rolls-Royce cars. It is also possible to add, for example, the color of your dog or the color of your hair. They has a special department where they will replicate this color and make it a unique color for your future car. This color will be yours alone. It will bear your name, and you will have it officially registered, making your Rolls-Royce completely unique. Once the color is selected, the car maker matches the chosen color with a range of other materials. After painting, the bodywork is automatically moved to the next station using these rails. So after painting, the bodywork is transported for polishing and quality control. As you can see, this part of the production process is similar to that of other car manufacturers. In 2010, only 3,200 Rolls-Royce cars were produced for the entire year. For the last 2 years, over 6,000 cars have been produced annually. The car maker aims to maintain its worldwide reputation for excellence, hence the emphasis on maintaining the highest possible quality. This employee's name is Claudia. She inspects and polishes the finished bodywork. In white gloves, she scrapes the entire bodywork, looking for any irregularity or defect in the paintwork. The company has resurrected the practice with the White Glove program, which provides driver training for Rolls-Royce owners. The curriculum trains drivers on how to open and close doors without leaving fingerprints, and so on. The commitment to superior build quality has translated into a startling fact. At least 65% of all Rolls-Royce cars ever to emerge from the production line are still operational and on the roads today. Employees are now working on the main assembly line to assemble shock absorbers, brake discs, and chassis linkage. Rolls-Royce cars boast a minimal error rate. It is comparable only to other supercars. The BBC called Rolls-Royce probably one of the most recognized icons in the world, and that the name Rolls-Royce entered the English language as a superlative. Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah of Brunei is believed to have a private collection of around 500 Rolls-Royces, the largest collection of its kind in the world. Employees usually work in trousers and a t-shirt with the company emblem. Car manufacturers around the world speak about a marriage when they insert the chassis, transmission, and engine in the body on the production line. The actual marriage itself takes place so quickly on the platform that an unprepared witness could actually miss the climax, as it were. Everything is over when employees with ultra-modern and monitored electric screwdrivers bolt the chassis, including engine. High-precision work in seconds, but different each time. Typical massive Rolls-Royce doors mounted on huge two-point hinges. This employee follows a predetermined checklist for interior quality control. Each and every Rolls-Royce motor car is designed and manufactured exclusively at this brand's innovative facility in Goodwood in England's West Sussex. A solid dashboard is synonymous with luxury. The chrome elements are set in a wooden base. Polishing and visual inspection takes several hours for each car. If you buy the umbrellas for $320,000, Rolls-Royce will throw in a Phantom for free. Of course, the factory is working on hundreds of cars at the same time in various stages of production. Spirit of Ecstasy is an emblem that is retracted when the engine is off. It is in the form of a woman leaning forwards with her arms outstretched behind and above her. Now the car will be started for the first time, and the next phase of the production process will begin. In these illuminated LED tunnels, the appearance of the bodywork is checked again, and further quality control begins. Typical of Rolls-Royce cars, the rear doors open in reverse for a more comfortable exit from the car. The convertible function, opening and closing the roof, is also checked here. Minor adjustments and fine-tuning are underway in this glass part of the factory. These beautiful cars are actually like luxury apartments on four wheels, or at least that's what they're trying to do. Rolls-Royce cars are sold mainly in Western Europe, the United States, Asia, and cities such as Dubai. Once completed, these cars will be transported to their future owners. Each car is pre-assembled to order. There are virtually no two cars of this brand in the world. Each car is an original piece. In addition to Rolls-Royce, brands such as Jaguar, BMW, and Aston Martin also have V12 engines. The car has a 6.6-liter V12 engine, which delivers a maximum power of 603 horsepower at 5,250 revolutions per minute and a maximum torque of 620 pound-feet. You'll recognize Rolls-Royce cars by their handmade Pantheon grille and self-leveling wheel centers. No other car company in the world has these features. The average Rolls-Royce owner has a choice of 10 different cars in their garage. Now the Rolls-Royce car will be taken to the shower room. Here, high-pressure jets of water are launched at the car from all sides. This will test the waterproofing and sealing of the car's interior. Not a drop of water can get inside the car. The passenger compartment must be completely waterproof. This employee of the testing department also examines the noise resistance of the car's interior. Every car built at this British factory is tested in this way, and every car must pass this test. The next test is the dynamometer, where the engine power and speed will be tested. The United States has the most Rolls-Royce cars, and China is the second country with the most Rolls-Royce cars. The car will now be taken to the rolling road finish and test. Car prices have been rising due to inflation in recent years, as have cars from other brands. The Rolls-Royce brand was founded in 1904. Since then, it has changed hands several times. For a long time, this brand was owned by Volkswagen. Now the chassis and suspension capabilities need to be tested on this special test bed inside the factory. Again, the employee follows a predetermined checklist. When shocks hit the chassis, the comfort inside the car is greater than other ordinary cars. Buying a Rolls-Royce is more challenging than buying a regular car. Appointments need to be made, and the waiting time for delivery is much longer. It is a modular platform that utilizes an aluminum space frame chassis. It is available with rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive setups. Colorful decorations on the exterior are not done by a robot. Everything is handmade by specialized professionals. Only one person creates the color patterns on Rolls-Royce cars. This is the head coach liner, whose name is Mark Court. He's the only person at Rolls-Royce who can do a perfectly straight curve on the entire car. If any Rolls-Royce owner would like some artwork done on their car, Mark Court will fly in wherever needed and make those modifications. The policy with this company is that the car is never returned to the factory. The staff will come to you. The latest Ghost iteration features all-wheel drive, all-wheel steering, a so-called planar suspension, and a new illuminated grille. The exterior design is identical to the standard version, but there are a few differences, such as the illuminated Parthenon grille. Polishing over and over again is a daily activity in this part of the factory. In the event of defective paintwork, the car is taken to the quality center for repair. Almost every element of your Rolls-Royce is customizable, and if you decide to custom order a Rolls-Royce of your own, Goodwood's designers and engineers will work tirelessly to bring your ideas to life. The red interior color is often a desirable option. Combination of red leather and wood paneling. According to a statement by BMW, this generation of automobile with an internal combustion engine is to be produced until 2030, at which point the company intends to manufacture electric models only. Since sumptuous leather abounds in any roller, ensuring that each inch is blemish-free is a requisite. Rolls-Royce does this by only sourcing from bulls, since cows can get unwelcome stretch marks during pregnancy. Rolls-Royce's leather experts use chalk markings to carefully detect and remove the smallest imperfections, including scars and insect bites. Furthermore, those bulls only come from Europe, where the higher altitudes mean fewer mosquitoes and other insects, minimizing bite marks. Seat covers are also processed in this cobbler's workshop. Computer-aided design software is used to create detailed 3D digital models, allowing designers to explore design options and make changes easily. The detailed image took over a month to conceive, design, and complete, and consists of over 250,000 stitches. The individual parts are sewn together by hand by these employees. However, the RR emblems are embroidered automatically. Over the recent years, Rolls-Royce brought beautiful fabrics back into the car, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in bespoke design. The adjustable nature of textiles makes it a perfect medium for bespoke craftsmanship. Hundreds of stitches must be made to sew a single Rolls-Royce logo into the leather. Fortunately, a machine can handle it. Each Rolls-Royce car takes 60 pairs of hands, more than 440 hours to design, build, and produce. The leather covers must now be stretched over the head restraints and the entire seat. Using hand tools, the skin is fluffed and bubbles are removed. This female employee loves her job and says she would do it for free. Silence is an essential element of the signature Rolls-Royce ride. To make the ride virtually silent, Rolls-Royce adds approximately 300 kilograms of acoustic insulation around the cabin. The leather inside the cars must not squeak or make any sound when sitting. The highest quality of leather and workmanship guarantees its durability for decades. The seats are designed to be comfortable, with features such as a heating and cooling system. The seats are pre-assembled and then delivered to the main assembly line, where the assembly inside the car is completed. While other top-end car manufacturers focus on speed, maneuverability, and super lightweight supercar status, Rolls-Royce cars are expensive for one reason: luxury. Rolls-Royce Dawn seats can be electronically adjusted for height, tilt, and lumbar support to provide maximum comfort and support. The Dawn features touchscreens on the back of the front seats that allow rear seat passengers to access the vehicle's infotainment system. Artisans carefully attach the pieces of leather to the cushions, ensuring that the piece is perfectly stretched and adheres to the shape of the cushion. Employees usually work in teams or pairs and help each other with their work. Tools such as hammers, chisels, rulers, calipers, and micrometers are used in manual tasks such as cutting, shaping, and smoothing body panels. You need to have at least 60 or 70 instruments that do similar things, but do them in a slightly different way. They're needed to make a single car. Upholstery requires 75 square meters of material and about 17 days to complete. More than 45,000 colors are offered, and it takes at least 2 months to complete one single vehicle. The manufacturing process consists of pressing, welding, engine assembly, wood trim fabrication, body painting, assembly, and quality control. A number of female employees work in this factory. 40% of employees are female factory workers. Designs and sketches of the individual parts of the car's interior allow for great customization. Automotive designers use analog sketches and digital drawings to create models with aerodynamics, elegance, modernity, and safety in mind. Please let me know which Rolls-Royce model you own. Rolls-Royce Ghost has long been lauded for its near-silent cabin. Engineers packed the car's roof, trunk, and floor with 220 pounds of sound-absorbing materials. The result is a ride so quiet and smooth, you just might forget you're in the backseat of a car. The Spirit of Ecstasy may be the most famous hood ornament in automotive history. Because of that, Rolls-Royce hasn't changed it much since it was first introduced. The processed wooden parts are carried out in a large warehouse where ideal humidity and temperature are maintained. The lit-up Spirit of Ecstasy has since been banned in the European Union. Official reason is that the illuminated ornament creates too much light pollution. From exquisite craftsmanship using the most premium veneers to carving solid body parts, these artisans create beautiful custom bookpieces from a library of materials or from a piece of wood of your choice, such as a tree felled on private property. Rolls-Royce Motor Cars reports a highly successful last year with strong business performance and bespoke commissions at record levels. Company's positive economic impact grew further with the creation of 180 new jobs at the home of Rolls-Royce. New investment announced to increase capabilities for electric vehicle production, bespoke commissions, and future growth in coach build activities. This employee who performs the detailed painting wears a white protective suit against paint contamination. In total, across more than 50 countries worldwide, Rolls-Royce delivered 6,032 motor cars to clients, more than ever before in the Marque's 119-year history. As in 2024, Cullinan was the most requested Rolls-Royce model worldwide, followed by Ghost. Phantom continues to reign supreme as the Marque's pinnacle product. With Wraith's departure from the portfolio, Rolls-Royce has now made its last ever V12 Coupe, an historic moment. In 2023, Rolls-Royce marked the first 20 years of production at Goodwood by commissioning an independent study into the economic impact the company achieves. Rolls-Royce's total contribution to the UK economy at over £4 billion since 2003, and now more than £500 million annually. Rolls-Royce factories now produce several dozen luxury cars a day. Equipped with an 8-speed satellite-aided automatic transmission, the Rolls-Royce Wraith is known for its smooth shifting and fuel efficiency. With the help of a conveyor and a workpiece carrier, the marriage process between the body and the powertrain is carried out. The Rolls-Royce Wraith is equipped with systems such as active anti-roll bars, adaptive dampers, and electronic stability control for a smoother ride. Rolls-Royce Wraith Luminary is a limited edition model of which only 55 units were manufactured and is inspired by the night sky. Now an employee checks the thickness of the bodywork using a special measuring computer. The Luminary features a unique lighting system with 176 LEDs that mimic a shooting star, creating different lighting effects from front to back. Rolls-Royce Wraith has soft close feature for its doors, which closes them smoothly and quietly. Analog sketches are used to communicate design ideas to engineers, stylists, and executives, promoting alignment and a smooth design process. The car body painting process is partly automated by robotic arms and partly by hand. Rolls-Royce car bodies are stored here in one place, awaiting transport to the main assembly line. Now the lights, doors, hood, engine, chassis, and other parts of the car will be installed. You are now following an earlier process phase called marriage, chassis and body assembly. Rolls-Royce's now iconic hood ornament, the Spirit of Ecstasy, debuted in 1911. It was commissioned by car collector Baron John Edward Scott Montague, who based the figure's likeness on his secretary-turned-mistress, believed to be Eleanor Thornton. Rolls-Royce La Rose Noire Droptail is valued at an astonishing $30 million. It is one of the most expensive cars in the world. Over the years, many celebrities have been spotted in Rolls-Royce vehicles, including Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and Kim Kardashian. The Rolls-Royce Wraith is the fastest Rolls-Royce ever made, with a top speed of 155 miles per hour. Queen Elizabeth II had several Rolls-Royce vehicles, including the official state car, the Phantom. Rolls-Royce was the first company to use disc brakes on a production vehicle, and the Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost was the first car to be dubbed the best car in the world. You now know that Rolls-Royce vehicles are expensive, but they are definitely built to last. Some models are still in use over a century after they were first produced. The Rolls-Royce Wraith features a 10-inch touchscreen infotainment system with navigation, media, and climate control functions. BMW's contract to supply engines and components to Rolls-Royce Motors allowed BMW to cancel the contract with 12 months' notice. Volkswagen would be unable to re-engineer the Rolls-Royce and Bentley vehicles to use other engines within that time frame. Cullinan introduces a redesigned Spirit of Ecstasy with one leg forward, a lower, powerful stance, and more realistic but aerodynamic robes, commonly mistaken as wings.